Hello and welcome back to another video. I thought we'd put out one, just a bit of a reactions and what I'm most hyped for from the Game Awards. So TGA 2023 was last night on the 7th, or I guess the 8th. I stayed up till 4, else 5 a.m. my time to watch this. And quite honestly, for the most part, it was quite, sort of lukewarm. For the most part, for a lot of games, there wasn't a lot of things I'm that excited about into the future. There are a few hits, obviously. We've got some notable mentions like Monster Hunter Wilds. That looks quite interesting. There's a few indie games that I've got my eye on, but for the most part, Square Enix basically stole the show. I mean, we have to admit that. Quite honestly, Rebirth looks insane. The new trailer looks brilliant. There's an extended version of that trailer accessible on YouTube. I wasn't as hyped probably for the first part of Final Fantasy VII Remake as much as I am for this part. So I'm really excited to continue that and do some streams on that. So that's exciting. But the biggest thing for me personally, well, there's two big things. First of all, that there's new DLC just randomly dropped in the middle of the night. Like, oh, you'll be able to play this like today. Final Fantasy XVI's first DLC, which I just don't know how to react to that. Echoes of the Fallen is out now. It's available. And this is something that I want to spend time in. And we're going to do streams on that. As we did with Final Fantasy XVI itself. I thought it would be nice to pick up the streams again. I'm really excited about this, but not only that, they announced the next DLC as well. So there's one DLC out now called Echoes of the Fallen, which is a story chapter that takes place just before the wrap-up of the game, so just before that final mission, without spoiling anything. That's out now. And the other DLC is called The Rising Tide, which apparently is going over to Mysidia and to encounter the icon Leviathan. So I've absolutely no idea what to expect, but people have, been talking about Leviathan the Lost. That's how it's referenced in 16. A lot of people have been very excited about that and the promise of DLC. So not one, but two DLCs. And that second DLC, The Rising Tide, is supposed to be coming out in spring 2024. That's awesome. I cannot wait. I can't wait to get stuck into today's offering. So we'll be doing some streams over the weekend. But definitely excited for seeing Leviathan. And yeah, apparently you get the Buster Sword as well for Clive, which is very interesting if you buy the DLC. So I don't know, if you're a massive fan of Cloud from 7 and you want the Buster Sword on Clive in Final Fantasy XVI, I guess that's a thing. That's definitely a thing. The thing I am most excited for, though, out of anything, has to be the new Mana game. So this is called Visions of Mana. The trailer took me by surprise. At first, I thought it was like a Dragon Quest game, because I was like, oh, this is interesting. Nice art style. And the music was like, it was like not quite Trials of Mana music. It wasn't quite there. And then I'm like, oh, wait, hold on a minute. And then you see the Rabbite. And then that's it. As soon as I saw that little fluffy guy, I was like, oh my goodness, is this a next-gen Mana game? And it actually is. Visions of Mana is scheduled to come out on PC. So this is on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Windows PC, as well as PC via Steam. So I don't know I guess on what other platform it'd be on, but on Steam as well in 2024. I have not been hyped more for something than I am right now for this. Now, if you don't know anything about the Mana series, essentially Seiken Densetsu and that whole series, it's kind of like it's the split from Final Fantasy back in the 90s. That's what happened. There was lots of other things. So it was like Saga and the Final Fantasy Legend. Basically, this is like that same thing, and it looks beautiful. It reminds me of some of the like Genshin Impact sort of vibes with some of the art styles. There's definitely some traditional sort of Trials of Mana type thing there. We've got obviously the remake of Trials of Mana, that kind of artwork coming through there. The music's amazing. The artwork that they've put out for this already, promotional artwork, is incredible. I am very hyped for this. And it also looks like the characters, some of them, one of them is a cat person, and like there's lots of tails going on. So Yeah, I'm all for that. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. And there is a little quote as well. There's a little quote from a Mana series producer, Masaru Oyamada, and he says, "I am delighted," and this is a quote, "to finally be able to reveal Visions of Mana, the first mainline installment to Mana series in over 15 years. The development team has been working hard to ensure that Visions of Mana remains faithful to the series that players know and love, while also offering fans and newcomers a fresh new experience with all new story, characters and gameplay mechanics. We cannot wait to share more details about the game with you soon," end quote. So this is a game coming out in 2024. At this point, I would guess somewhere towards the latter end of 2024. It depends how long they've been, you know, working on this. This was a massive surprise. There's not been any leaks about this. There was a leak about the trademark being registered, but that was more recent. But the trailer footage looks like this game has been cooking for a while. I am super happy about this one. But yeah, honestly, the Game Awards, for the most part, if it wasn't for Square Enix, I don't think it would be anywhere near as interesting as it was. That's my personal opinion. You might disagree. There might be some really interesting games you're looking forward to. And not to mention, you know, a lot of the more indie games, a lot of lesser known games, are the things that have probably got me more excited than a lot of the AAA titles. If it wasn't, as I say, for Square Enix's titles being dropped there, the new DLC and Rebirth looking amazing, then I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much as I did. But anyway, let me know what you thought about the Game Awards, what you're most excited for. And if you, like me, I'm very excited to see a brand new Mana game. Not a remake, a brand new game. Oh, I cannot wait. Much love. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. I'm just going to go and salivate over these pictures some more.